Alright, everybody, September the 1st, 2012, and we're back, episode number 4. That's right, 4. Right now, we're the Lonesome Man Show. We're down right now. We're going to talk about Cowboys, all kinds of stuff. Anything you haven't heard, we're going to get you down. It's time. September the 5th, Cowboy Day. It's Nation Day, baby. Are you ready? Here we go. We're about to get this started.
Well, folks, once again, welcome to the Man and Low Show. And I tell you what, folks, we love the feedback. We love everything going on. And we are excited to bring you this show. This show, we're going to cover a lot of different material, a lot of good material. Stuff that, we're not going to lie to you. There's no makeup here. There's no, play kiss-ass stuff. No. You're hearing the truth, nothing but the truth. There's no, even our favorite teams we're going to bash. It don't matter. This is sports truth. No nonsense about sports.
No nonsense, that's right. No, I'm telling you.
Geese.
Geese.
Big geese.
None of that.
None of that stuff. It's going to be straightforward sports talk. Carlos, the man here, I am so impressed. Show number 1, Carlos talked about who, Carlos? Our right receiver.
Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley.
He talked about it.
You know, guys, I told you about it earlier.
And guess what, folks? He made the team.
Woo.
Carlos, Lowe's, take us away on that.
All right, well, Cole Beasley, number 14, comes out of SMU. He's a Texas State product coming out right out of the team. He led SMU with all touchdowns and all that stuff, Furman.
Oh.
I mean, this guy was great the slot as a slot receiver. And what I think he brings to the team is versatility and heart. Unrestricted free agent.
I'm sorry. What was that word again?
Heart. And for the Hispanic people, corazón.
Corazón.
All right. Here's what I'm talking about.
Little Spanish lesson there.
Yep, there it is. Heart is corazón.
Corazón. Okay, I'm sorry. No, go ahead, Carlos.
All right. So what I think is, like I said, he brings that perception of I want to play, I want to win, and we've been lacking that.
What was that again, Carlos? What was that? They want to what?
They want to win, Furman. The man. They want to win.
That's right. And send that message to Coach Ryan too. Defensive coordinator.
Ditto.
Yeah. Coach Ryan, remember, you want to win, not blitz every down and put your defense out there to be sacrificed. Anyway, I'm sorry, Carl. Let's go. It's true. This man called it out, folks. He told you about Reese before any of those gurus out there supposedly talk about anything. And Carlos did it, folks. Carlos, who else? I mean, I know there's a lot of guys that made the team or are on the practice squad who slipped through. I mean, who slipped through the cracks?
Well, I tell you what, who slipped through the cracks? You have one is Olawale, her running back, right? He slipped through the cracks. So you got Lance Dunbar, both of them North Texas product. They came out of North Texas.
Texas
Tim Bedford, Danny Cole, Ronald Leary, and Lemon. I tell you guys, this last guy, the linebacker he had a touchdown. When he faked it out, he came back in and ran it back into the end zone. Okay, he had a great, that was great. But I tell you what, every one of them slipped through the cracks, and they made it on their practice squad. And I think that's a very, very, very big position for the Cowboys.
Good.
Because that's showing, a lot of people didn't want them, but these guys played their butts off, man.
There you go.
Did you? I mean,
yeah.
One thing I did see from it in everything. I mean, I'm talking preseason games and everything I saw was pursuit, was wanting to play, was catching the ball, was hitting.
Hold on, did I hear Cowboys and pursuit in the same sentence?
I mean, I'm just telling you what I heard, man.
I'm checking the camera. Pursuit. Cowboys.
Every day I see my dream. Every day I see my dream.
Folks, pursuit and Cowboys. That's like putting Chinese and Russian in the same line. It ain't gonna happen. But Carlos said it here first, folks. Pursuit. I mean, I'm sorry, Carlos. I'm still
let's ask the guy. Maybe
Carlos,
he knows.
You gotta prepare.
Wait a minute. Chewy wants to know what you're talking about.
When you say pursuit and heart, when you gotta warn me for that, because I almost, that's just a little kind of, Anyway, let's continue. And Carlos, who got the?
Oh man! All right.
Who got that, Carlos?
I mean, you had a lot of guys get cut. I'm pretty sure everybody knows already by now who got cut, got the walking papers. There's this one guy that they kept Texas A&M product, Stephen McGee. Today they cut him.
They gave him his papers?
Hours ago, they gave him his papers. They ended up picking up a guy. His name is Conehart out of Cincinnati.
Tight end.
Tight end.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Good.
The guy played for South Dakota, led the team in touchdowns with 10 touchdowns at 2009 when he played.
Okay, good.
He has great blocking skills. I think it's a great acquisition, and we need him actually for this first game. It's coming up against the Giants because he can block. That means
Jason Witten still.
And here's the thing: they were talking about using Vickers, the fullback, as a blocking tight end, and they won't have to do that anymore. Great acquisition, and they got offensive linemen. They got Cooks from Miami, which is a center that can play guard, tackle, all three positions. What else can you ask for? The guy, he got drafted as a second-round draft pick by the Vikings. No big deal.
That's right.
All right, man. Let's talk about other things. What we got to talk about here, man? What are you so excited about? What are you pumped up about?
Everybody's asking me, what are the boys going to have to do this year to win ball games? You're going to hear it first. Ball control. Run the ball.
Master.
They're going to have to run the ball, keep that defense off the field.
Off the field.
Oh, I'll go this way. Off the field.
There it is.
You have to keep that defense on the sidelines and keep that. Because today, folks, defenses are not built to stop the running game. They're built to stop the passing game. So if you can...
Hold on, Chewy, yes. He wants to know, can you repeat that?
Today's defense, they have to play patty cake with receivers all day long because it's just a passing attack. But if the Cowboys can run the ball, keep that defense off the field, control the time possession, they should be fine, Carlos. Don't get cute. Don't get fancy. Just ball control, short passes, keep everything fair with Romo, and don't make Romo think too much. We don't want that. Just give it everything to him in a game plan. Romo, this is what we want to do, and this is what we're going to do. You know what, Carlos? And defensively, I'm glad we're sitting down for this, but there was actually a little celebration after a good tackle. Yeah. It was preseason, but they actually celebrated a little. They made a good hit, and there was actually high five and stuff. Last year, nothing. DeMarcus Ware get a sack, and I could just get some cricket music there, Carl. That's all we heard, folks. Nothing. Your guy just got a sack. Show some emotion, folks. Just a little bit. But anyway, Carlos, I gotta ask you about this, Carlos.
Come on.
I'm getting.
Go ahead, man.
What's going on with Dez Bryant? Do you have some crying music? I don't know if we have any crying stuff, like a little crying baby. Something because Dez Bryant. Why do you need 3 guys to babysit you? Is it the Dallas Cowboys or the Dallas Child Care? I'm serious. Jerry Jones, you running a nursery now? You got to babysit somebody?
I'm sorry.
We'll get to that a little bit. Believe me, we're gonna get to that. But I'm serious. Are we running a daycare now? I mean, Jerry Jones. Dallas Cowboys / Child Care Center. You don't need 3 guys. I've never seen that stuff work. You did it with Pac-Man Jones. Where's he at? Who knows? T.O. All these guys, it don't work. Babysitting does not work. Either they're going to play or they're not. So, anyway, Carlos, what's your take on Dez Bryant? You tell me something about it.
I know the man you're upset about it, and I understand your passion to the game. But I will say this: there are certain things that need to take place on field in action.
Right.
And maybe sometimes people need to be babied. Maybe. I'm just saying. People have done things wrong in their life, and they come back.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't?
Right.
All of us.
Yeah. So maybe this guy, and from what I understand, he asked for this. They said he came out and said, "Give me something to make me better." Did they go overboard? Maybe. Did they jump over the deep end? I think they did.
Well, Carlos, bottom line, is he going to be a contributor, or is he going to be somebody that's just going to take away the whole season? What's he going to do?
I think he's going to be a contributor.
Good. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm going to call 7 touchdowns for Des Bryant this year and 2 on opening day. That's what I'm calling.
All right. And what's Victor Cruz going to do to the Cowboys?
Victor Cruz is going to have 0. Brandon Carr will shut him down.
Wow. Hey, we're going to get to that at the end of the show.
I will have one question for the man here.
Speak to me, Carlos.
The man, I have a question. I saw this guy that is really intriguing to me. And he's out of Hawaii. His name is Manny Silva.
Oh, yeah.
Will you talk to me? Tell me your thoughts on him, man.
You know what? You guys have been talking a lot about this guy, and I tell you what, there's a reason. He brings an impact. He actually, believe it or not, here we go again, another Cowboy saying where he actually hit somebody.
He did what?
I mean, he hit somebody. I mean, he actually put some licks. I mean, it was like, I had to make sure I had the right channel. I said, wait, what am I watching? Hey, you know what, guys? I appreciate the feedback. You guys told me about this guy. It sounds like he might be around, folks. He's actually putting some licks. Carlos, I know you're the one that pointed him out to me too.
Yeah.
I know, Paul, you're out there. You said, hey man, talk about this guy and let's see what you think. And then Carlos said, hey man, there's this guy that's putting some licks on people. Carlos, what's your thoughts on him?
I'm going to tell you right now, I think Manny Silva is a great acquisition for the Cowboys. One, he's not afraid to hit someone. When you saw him hit somebody, he got popped right back up.
That's right.
It took me back to a Woodson day when Woodson would hit somebody and it was like, what? It took me back to that day that Emmitt Smith was a Cardinal and Woodson hit him so hard he broke his collarbone. It was like, he was gone. His shoulder was gone. It's like, that's where it took me back to, and that's what we've been lacking. The intensity, the fire, all that. I mean, I seen all that in the preseason, and I want that to carry on into the future.
You know what, Carlos, when you said that, it reminded me, those hits was like Roy Williams. Roy Williams, remember back then, he would hit some people.
Yeah, he sure would.
Unfortunately, he couldn't cover nobody. But at least he hit somebody. He made you think about catching the ball. He couldn't cover me, or quite frankly, he couldn't cover anybody.
But give me your takedown. I have a question. If I'm a defensive player and I make my presence known with a big hit, what do I do to the offense?
Well, folks, actually what happens, remember last time on our last show, Carlos, I told you, so you think you could dance contest was held in the Cowboys end zone? Right. Because Victor Cruz and Deshaun Jackson, all of them were just dancing and doing all this. Remember little music with that, Carlos? Yeah. Little end zone music. They were all like, it just seemed like they all lived in the end zone. They were all. That's all we saw. Well, why wouldn't you see that with that weak ass secondary? Of course they're going to dance and play music. They're going to break dance. They're going to moonwalk into the end zone. There's nothing to worry about. I wouldn't worry if I was out there catching a pass. But now, it stunk. Now, guys, you're actually putting a little hit. You're making people think, hey, should I catch this?
Oh, shit.
I said, man, should I catch this ball? I might actually get tackled or hit.
Man.
That's a foreign concept. But, Carlos, we got a lot of ground to cover. We got to move on, Carlos.
You're right. Go ahead. Let's roll on. What we got?
Carlos, we got a lot of good stuff. Anyway, I hate to leave the Cowboys, but we're moving along, folks. Once again, let's get some cricket music ready, Carlos. Carlos, you know who has the best record in the American League?
Who?
Can I hear the little crickets?
Who?
You know what?
Well, he's going to ask.
The Rangers. Yeah, the Rangers. Texas Rangers. Yeah, I don't think anybody knew that, but everybody talks about, of course, the Yankees. We already know that. And then everybody's talking about Oakland is hot. And they're chasing, but they never say who they're chasing. They're talking about the A's and Pujols and all them clowns. And how many games are they back now? 9-10 games? But they never say, what kind of crickets again, Carlos? They never say who they're behind. The Rangers. Yeah, the Texas Rangers. Yeah. The ones that play here in Arlington, where we're from, Arlington. Yeah, you don't hear about that. You just hear about, but I'm serious, folks. What's up with that? Rangers they're only overall, I know the Reds have the overall best record in baseball. I know the Reds are up there, and I think the Reds are either number 2 or 3 overall in baseball. Period. They're right up there, folks, and yet nothing.
Wow.
Carlos, give me your take on what's going on. Why are the Rangers? I'm serious, folks. Nothing. Carlos, give me a little, enlighten me.
It's kind of hard.
What's going on? What do they have to do? I know, they didn't win the World Series, but they got there. They're getting there. I mean, I guarantee the Yankees weren't there. The A's were not there.
No, they weren't.
The Angels were not there, and I guarantee you, they still talk about them. So what do the Rangers got to do?
Well, it's hard.
Just to get a little mention.
I want to be honest. For a Texas team, it's hard for me. When the Mavericks won the championship, how much did you see any kind of publicity about that?
I know that. Only did I hear crickets.
I mean, how much did you hear? I mean, I didn't hear any of this. Did you hear? Did you hear any of that?
Oh,
I didn't hear any of that.
I heard.
Well, here's what I heard.
Let's talk about what they want to talk about was Jeremy Lin.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jeremy.
They never talked about that. You never saw that. You saw here, few far between. Oh, Dirk Nowitzki won a championship. Really? Forget it. It's out of here. Texas has never been on top of anything.
Who won the championship? Was that the year? Not this, of course, not this season.
It was the Dallas Mavericks.
Where are they from again?
Dallas. Hello, guys. Facebook it. Do everything you got about it. Protest it, man. ESPN doesn't show anything on us, and it's bad business to the bone.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're running short on time, so we're going to go through some stuff real quick.
Let's go to Kimu. You know what? Another team. Well, Carlos, No,
let's talk about the Astros, baby.
You know what? Me and Carlos are here to tell the truth. Don't matter who it's about. It doesn't matter. Even if it's a Texas team. Carlos, I was in pain.
What were you doing?
Carlos, I sat down with my remote.
Yeah.
And I was like this, Carlos.
Oh my God!
I was trying to watch the Astros. The Houston Astros. I almost put on the Kardashians. That's how bad it got, folks. It was bad. We got a little funeral music, Carlos.
Yes.
You know what, Carlos? Before the show came on, I started reading the Houston Astros, their statistics.
Yeah.
I felt like I was reading a eulogy. I mean,
talk to me, man.
I don't know what to do with those guys. They were getting, cremated. They got no pitching, no bullpen, no hitting, no defense, no fans.
Wait a minute.
Zero. I was like, what channel is the Kardashians on? It was brutal.
Wow.
It was brutal, folks. But like a sports fan, I stuck it out. They took everything out of me, Carlos. But I watched the Astros.
Did you?
I got through 9 innings. It was painful, but I did it for you guys so I can give you this report.
Well, you know what? We're going to make everybody feel better because maybe they need somebody to do this.
I am singing at the party.
Maybe.
I am singing, it's my turn to sing at the party.
You know what? Hold on.
Everyone is dancing, happy party. But Ramses is not dancing, he does not dance at the party.
TO stuff. You know what, guys? We're going to end the Astros with this signature sign-off that we're going to go on to another subject. It's time, Astros, I'm sorry, guys. It stinks. Next subject. Carlos, we got to move on. We got to finish on time.
All right, so real quick, we're going to start off with something real quick, guys, and then we're short on time, so we're going to go ahead and go with this, all right? So here we go. Today, we're going to start off with our predictions for week 1 of the NFL season. Yeah, man. All right, Furman, the man, Dallas Cowboys, Giants, September 5th. Talk to me. What do you think? What do you feel the prediction will be? How many points do you think will be?
Keep on.
All right, so Rams, Lions starting Sunday.
Lions, folks. Rams,
I've got Lions also.
Rams has good luck. God bless them. Good luck.
Yeah. Colts and the Bears.
You know what, guys? I like David Luck, but I like Luck, but you know what? I think Bears overall.
I agree with you. I think the Bears
overall package.
And not only that, but they have a great running game and they got a good defense.
Yeah, they'll keep them in check.
Next game, Falcons and the Chiefs.
You know what? I like the way the Chiefs are coming along. They're moving in the right direction. They're playing at the Chiefs, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go with the Chiefs.
I'm going to go ahead and go with the Falcons, guys, because I like Ryan.
Yeah. I like him.
I like Matt Ryan. So I think this year is going to be a very good year for him. I'm going to disagree with you on that.
All right, that's no problem.
All right, so the next game of that day, Patriots and the Titans.
You know what, folks? The Titans are still trying to find themselves, and the Patriots, they know who they are, regardless of where they play. I'm going with the Patriots.
You know what? I'm going to disagree with you again. I think the Titans are going to beat the Patriots. Patriots have lost a lot of guys.
Oh, yeah.
They got a lot of young guys on that offensive line. There's only one veteran remaining this year. I really feel the Titans can win this game.
All right, let's go.
All right, so
that sounds good.
The next game, you have Eagles and Browns.
Well, I'm cheering for the Browns, of course. You know, I can't stand all that Michael Vick stuff. But I think overall the Eagles are more balanced than the Browns, and I think they'll expose them.
I agree, from 100%. Eagles. Just I'm not an Eagles fan.
We're speaking the truth.
Speaking the truth. I'm an Eagles fan, but that game, the Eagles will beat the Browns. All right, they're still not sure who they want to be quarterback yet. You know, so next, Dolphins against the Texans.
You know what, Carlos? I'm going to have to take the Texans. I think the Texans, with that running attack, and I think they'll keep that Dolphins. They'll keep them off balance.
I agree. Texans by 7 on that game for me. Bills against the Jets. Let's go real deep into this.
You know
all right?
Let's hear.
Let's go real deep into what we're going to do on this.
You know what, guys? I'm going to ask Carlos. Okay, Carlos. That mighty Jets team that we heard about all summer. You know how many
Jets.
You know how many touchdowns they scored, Carlos, the preseason?
You know,
that mighty offense.
I'm afraid to even think.
Mark Sanchez and Tebow, that powerful combination. You know how many touchdowns they scored?
How many touchdowns?
You have some funeral music?
Yeah.
Little funeral music.
We got something. Hold on. How about this?
They scored no touchdowns. Now, they scored the final game of the preseason, but it wasn't Tebow and it wasn't Sanchez. It was some scrub that came out of
the Jets, this is what you are.
Circus, Afro, circus, Afro, polka dot, Afro.
It's an ESPN circus.
That's it.
That's all it is. And we told you guys, their first show, we blasted the Jets, and everybody's like, they got Sanchez, they got a deep. Ain't got nothing.
Ain't nothing.
Nothing. You know, and I'm sorry, but folks, we're telling you the truth.
All right,
now,
next.
Back to Jets and Bills. Well, you know what, folks? It's painful.
Bills, baby. I got the Bills. Because they're going to pay them this time.
You know what, Carlos? Let's do it. That's true.
They're going to pay the Bills this time.
Let's go. That's true.
Redskins and Saints, Furman. Which one? Come on, man.
You know what, guys? I like RG3.
Bam!
I like him.
But the Saints are going to win this game.
I like Drew Brees a lot more. Go win the Saints.
Put your money on the Breeze because it's coming into Texas, especially it gets cold next week.
That's going to
be awesome. How about Jacksonville and the Vikings?
You know what, folks? The Vikings, I think they're actually trying to put things together, and I think Jacksonville they're still trying to find who they are. So I'll go with the Vikings.
I'm going to take the Vikings, and I think Peterson's going to play okay. He's going to need the year to recover for everything. But I really think they're going to have a good year this year. They're not going to make the playoffs. That's my opinion. But they're going to have a very good year. How about the Panthers and the Buccaneers?
Well, that's interesting because, guys, that's another one that you heard nothing about was Cam Newton. I think the guy it's a monster. I mean,
phenomenal.
That dude's. I mean, I'm like, wow. I mean, I'm like, the dude can play. So I'm going with the Panthers, Carlos. What about you?
I'm going to take Cam Newton. You know why? Because I think Newton was a hell of a scientist, and I think this guy's got it going on.
No, he does, man.
All right. How about Seattle, against the Cardinals?
Well, you know what, Carlos? I think they're both still doing juggling acts. I'm going to have to sit down. I'll probably have to go with Seattle. I hate to. I'm not 100%, but I got to go with that because
I'm going to take the
they're
Cardinals.
both kind of, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cardinals just because they have a wide receiver who can catch a ball, which is Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Fitzgerald.
And the Seahawks have nobody. That's the only reason I'm going to go for the Cardinals.
That sounds good to
me. This is a game that I'm very intrigued of. The 49ers against Green Bay.
You know what, folks?
Wow, guys.
I'll tell you what, that's going to be good. But Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, he's a beast. He's a man.
You heard this guy.
All right, he's a man, dude. He's the man.
He says he's a stud.
He is.
But I think the 49ers have a claw to take out that nail out of that stud. That defense played great last year. So I'm taking the 49ers. Listen to Los. I'm taking them. If you want to bet on them, bet on the Niners. All right. You got Pittsburgh against Denver.
You know what? That's going to be Mr. You-know-who when we heard about, besides the Jets, that's all we heard about. Well, you know what, Carlos? I'm going to have to go with the Steelers.
I'm going with the steel curtain also. Because I'm afraid if he gets hit hard, he may not get back up.
You know, if what do you call it? If he proves us wrong, great. You know?
Man, and if you do it, you do it.
If you do
but if you don't, you don't.
Anyway, next one, Carlos.
Oh, man.
How many we will wait? Okay.
We got Baltimore, and we have San Diego against the Redskins.
Redskins?
I mean, against the Raiders.
Okay.
San Diego against the Raiders. The Raiders.
You know what, guys? I know I have some good friends out there. Shout out to La Raza. You know, but Raider fans, I really don't know where y'all are going, guys. Carson Palmer I did not sit there and go, wow. I was kind of like, uh-oh, for you guys. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. I don't know. I think I don't know, guys. This is kind of make or break. Y'all give up a lot for Carson. I mean, a lot. So,
well, one team out there I think will be doing well with this year is. I mean, so remember that song. But anyway, guys, hey, we like that you're tuning in, and we're going to go ahead. And we're running out of time, and we have to go.
Carlos, tell them where to go on Facebook.
Hey,
like you got to sign up on Facebook.
Los and Man Show. Los and Man Show. Okay, that's all it is. Los and Man Show. That's it. Los and Man Show.
Join us, guys. We got to see it.
You got to get there. You got to see it.
Feedback.
If you got friends that see you, join them. If you see us on there, click on it. You know what to do.
Just to shout out just to our fans in San Antonio, to the Aguilar family. We appreciate you watching. Hey, we're here all 2012, all season long. We're going to break out from here. We're going to go out to the stadium with the kids. We're going to break out and do tons of stuff, guys. Give us feedback. Give us t-shirts. We're going to blow up and do tons of stuff, guys. We're not giving up. And represent, baby. Because them boys are coming to town. We're going to do more than that. That's who we are. Peace out.